For 7 years, the Georgia Dome was the largest dome structure on the planet. It lost that ranking, but it's still the largest indoor sports facility in the U.S., and what a facility it is. He'll down it in the end zone. The Falcons will set up shop at the 20.
Come on, let's go. Let's dominate this. Come on. Go back to work.
Throws it. There for the catch. Smith was there to bring him down. He gunned that one in there for the first down, didn't he?
He really did, and when you watch a guy throw a ball that hard, they don't move their arm any faster. You see him driving off that back leg. That was a pretty pass.
Makes the catch. Golston is there on the tackle. Around 5 yards on the throw that time. And he's hit as he throws. Still going. Inside the 30. To the 10. Touchdown, Atlanta. Matthew Stafford tosses his 10th touchdown of the year. Connor Barth is good on the point after. Here's a look at the drive summary presented by Sprint. Dropped at the 32-yard line.
Let's see what they do with the play calling here. The last thing you can afford to have happen right now after that big drive is to go 3 and out.
Hasselback with the give. 4-yard gain. That'll bring up second down. Second down, 6 yards to go. Ball on their own 37. Here's the pass, and the defender intercepts it. Bender makes the tackle.
You know, this safety is known for his big hits, but that time it was his soft hands that made the difference.
Stafford hands it off. The stop was made by Brown. Looks to be about a 9-yard gain. That brings up second down. Hammered as he lets it go. And he is able to hold on to it.
That's one of the things I think this quarterback does best. He gets the ball out of his hand quickly. They're a gain of about 5 and a first down.
Wells gets the call. He gets out to about the 32-yard line. Keith Bullock makes the tackle. Dumps it out right. Brown is there on the tackle.
The Falcons are getting on a bit of a roll here. Nice play calling and good execution. The defense looks a little confused right now.
Gets the pass away.
Patience for a wide receiver is just so key. He's able to manipulate that defense, set them up one play, come back with the exact same look, and break off of it the next. Beautifully run.
Stafford with the give. Vernon Golston makes the tackle. Wells gets 8 yards on the play. He can't bring him down.
Yeah, sometimes you just have to admit defeat on a play as a running back and just try and get that thing back to the line of scrimmage.
Stafford will hand it off.
And it's not very often that I get really excited about defensive line play, but that time the guys up front on defense were just overpowering.
And with that, the score is the Falcons 10, the Carolina Panthers nothing. From his own goal line. They get him at the 28-yard line. The Panthers come back out looking for better results than their last time on the field. Stewart on the run. The stop was made by Howard. Stewart gains about 4 yards on the play. He gets popped as he throws. McBath makes the tackle. Has now thrown for 2,000 yards this season. First and 10. Here's the give. The stop was made by McBath. Stewart picks up about 4 yards on the play. Still on his feet. They got 4 yards there, and that makes it third down. Passes. He goes up high for the catch. Touchdown, Panthers. The Carolina Panthers go nearly 70 yards in 5 plays for the score.
Matt Hasselbeck really came through there. They were in that tough third and long situation. He calmly got the job done. Exactly the kind of skills you like to see in your quarterback.
This one's going to be downed in the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons take the field, looking to put together a scoring drive. They came away with 3 the last time out. Passes the ball. Brown is there on the tackle. The defense just didn't match up well on that play.
Yeah, tough to match up one-on-one in man coverage against that wide receiver. He's pretty good.
Throws it short.
When you're trying to blitz the quarterback, you better have some talented corners on the outside, because as a wideout, just give me 3 or 4 seconds against the blitz, and it is awfully tough to try and cover that.
On the ground, right side.
Yeah, it really just throws you off rhythm to have a play that gains nothing. You know, you're going to get something, 2, 3, 4 yards, and it keeps you in that rhythm. But when a defense makes a play like that, it really throws your offense off.
Open field ahead. Breaks free. The stop was made by Brown.
The Falcons are putting together a good-looking drive here. That's their 3rd first down.
Here's a counter play. He's still going.
You know you have a pretty special player at the running back position when, despite the fact that they're run blitzing him now, he can still get out of there and still come up with a nice game.
Here's the throw. Keith Bullock had the coverage on the play. Third down now. They'll need a couple of yards to convert for a first down. He makes his way to about the 12.
Nothing makes a defensive coordinator cringe more than seeing that kind of run, because then it sets up the play action, and there's almost no way to stop an offense if you can't stop the run, and you have to deal with play action.
Here's the give. Matthias Kiwanuka is there on the tackle. Parker picks up about 7 yards on the run. And this is the 9th play of the current drive. Short throw to the right. The Falcons cap off the very impressive 9-play drive by getting it in for 6.
Matthew Stafford is one of the top quarterbacks in the league, and there's really no debate about that. He can change the outcome of the game, and he's such a strong leader, just a fantastic player and fun to watch.
He's tackled at the 28-yard line.
The Panthers on that last series proved they can move the ball on this defense. They just need to keep it rolling now.
Gets the ball away. At the 40, at the 30, to the 10. Touchdown, Carolina. And the wideout has his second touchdown reception, and we're only in the first half, Chris.
And his hands are so strong that he really doesn't have to worry so much about catching the ball. You can see as soon as he catches the ball, he has his eyes on the pylons, and he's going in for the score.
At the 30, at the 40. He's down the sideline. To the 20, to the 10. What a return! Touchdown!
He was just determined to get that thing in the end zone, and he wasn't letting anybody stand in his way. A coach has to love a guy with that kind of heart, with that kind of determination.
Connor Barth is good on the point after. Let's take a look at the sprint drive summary. From his own goal line. Hit and dropped at the 26-yard line. The Panthers will begin this drive at the 26-yard line. He's going for it all. There for the reception.
That was pretty, wasn't it? I know that anytime you start blitzing this quarterback, he looks calmer rather than nervous. A lot of times you see those quarterbacks get the happy feet. Not this guy. He stands in there and makes you pay for the blitz.
Again, he'll get the call.
Nice call there by the defensive coordinator, coming with the outside linebacker blitz, which really puts some pressure on this group up front.
They'll keep it on the ground again. Smith was there to bring him down. And he pushes ahead for the first down.
I like that call there. Put the ball in the hands of one of your playmakers and let them go to work. Not a big gainer there, but certainly a big first down.
Touchdown, Carolina. Matt Hasselbeck finds his receiver for the score once again, adding another touchdown pass to his total, who now stands at 20 for the season. It's good. Here's your sprint drive summary. That was a great hit. He wasn't getting away from that one. They'll take over at the 28-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Here's the halfback. Tackle was made by Bullock. Wells gains about 4 yards on the play. Wells gets the call again. And he makes it out to about the 34-yard line before he's brought down. Wells comes away with 2 yards on the carry. Crushed as he threw. Rogers Cromartie gets the pick. To the 20, to the 10. Gets in for the touchdown. And that throw will cost them possession.
Well, you always hear that sometimes it's better to just take a sack, and clearly there it would have been. Of course, it's really easy for us to say we don't have those 300-pound guys chasing us.
Carolina is up by 4. Dropped at the 28-yard line. The Falcons want to get better results from this series. Their last one ended with a turnover.
Let's get that swagger, y'all. Let's get that swagger.
And he's hit as he let go of the ball.
And if he can get just a little bit more time, there are guys running open down the field. The pressure is getting close, but it's not there. He should take a fraction longer to make that throw.
Wells on the handoff. The stop was made by Keith Bullock. Wells gets about 4 yards on the play. Gets the pass away. Pass falls incomplete.
And it just goes to show that arm strength isn't everything. Accuracy and touch is something that is so important for a quarterback.
He gets out to the 32-yard line. The Panthers have encountered very little resistance on their last 3 possessions. Let's see if the defense can find a way to stop them. Short pass to his left. Incomplete pass. Steve Smith was the intended receiver.
Well, you can't just stare down one receiver on a play like that. The defense is going to be all over it. He was lucky he didn't get picked off there.
Here's the give. Lawson hits him for a loss at the 31.
Well, let's give credit to the defense. They had a great push there. They got in the backfield, took control of their own gaps.
Passes it. Defender tips it away. And that incomplete pass will probably lead to the punting unit coming out onto the field as they go 3 and out.
Well, you're going to have to gather the troops over on the sideline because whether it was poor play calling or poor execution, they never got anything going that time.
Let's see if the offense can put something together on this drive. Feeds it to the back. At the 40, to the 20, to the 10. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons, with one 70-yard play, have put up 6 points.
When you have a back with that kind of vision, those big guys up front don't have to hold their blocks for very long because they know he's going to find that hole quickly.
Atlanta holds a field goal lead. He's tackled at the 26-yard line. The defense played exceptionally well the last time this offense had the ball. Moves to his right.
Under pressure, he felt the heat that time and was forced to throw it away quickly.
Throws short. There for the reception.
I know we all talk about 40-yard dash times in the NFL, but as a receiver, if you are a great route runner and you understand what the defenses are trying to do to you, it doesn't matter if you run a 4.340. If you can get in and out of your cuts like this guy, you will always be able to play.
Tackle was made by Jonathan Vilman. That'll be a 7-yard pickup, and that will bring up 2nd down. Throws it out. Comes down with it. Jonathan Vilman was there on the tackle.
The Panthers are doing a pretty good job in the passing game. The receivers are finding some space in the secondary, and the ball is getting there on time.
Penalty on the play. First one today. Looked like someone got caught holding. Here's the official call.
Holding offense. Repeat, first down.
First and long now after the penalty. It's the tailback. Hit and drop behind the line.
Really impressive play that time by this defensive line. It wasn't just one guy, but every guy up front just dominating their guy at the point of attack.
He throws right. Did he get there? We'll have a measurement.
You don't need all the sevens on the board. You know the wins.
Yes, he got there. Passes it out. Nice grab. First down, and he's knocked out.
The Panthers get another good chunk there. And so far, that's really been the story of this one. They drop back, they throw it, they move the chains on almost every pass play. What a first half for these guys. Well, that was the perfect time for them to call a blitz. They got in there, filled up all the gaps, brought down the running back for a short gain.
Tries for the end zone. Third down coming up after that incomplete pass. This is the 11th play of this drive. Goes for the end zone. Leon Hall is defending on the play. So the field goal unit is on the field to try for 3 points. This will be a 31-yard attempt. And it's good. Here's a look at the drive summary presented by Sprint. He makes it to the 23-yard line.
The Falcons put together a really impressive drive that last time out. You can just see how confident they are right now.
Dumps it out right. They can't complete the pass, and now the offense will be looking at second down. The pass is away. The stop was made by Stone. Randy Moss makes his 30th catch of the season. Throws it. Pass is complete. Bullock is there on the tackle. He's now got a handful of catches on the game. Short throw to the right. It's incomplete.
Well, that's something receivers work on all the time, dragging that back toe, just unable to do it that time.
It would seem the officials upstairs disagree with the out-of-bounds call.
Yeah, and maybe rightfully so. It looked like he did everything right on that play, but remember, he has to maintain complete possession. He has to drag those feet, and sometimes for the official, it's hard to look at the hands and the feet at the same time.
They line up at the 50. Gets the pass off. The stop was made by Keith Bullock.
The Falcons get another good gainer that time. This offense is finding early success in the passing game.
Gets the pass out. Smith makes the tackle. Bird picks up 7 yards with that catch. Throws it. Page was there on the tackle.
The Falcons are having some success getting the ball down the field on this drive. This offense is clicking.
Dumps it out left. Wells doesn't make it. Or did he? And the call is a touchdown. He's having a first half to remember out there, Chris.
And this defense is having a first half to forget. As a matter of fact, I think they had forgotten everything that this coaching staff taught them coming into this game.
He squibs it. Tackle was made by Moore.
The Panthers were having their way with this defense last time out, but were held to just 3 points. They'll look to top that here.
Here's the pass. He took a shot at the 33. So they decide to bring the kicker out to try and get 3 points before the half ends. And he makes it. Let's take a look at the Sprint drive summary. Let's send you to the studio for this brief halftime break.
Welcome to the halftime show. Let's get you caught up on what's happening around the league.
We'll take a look at the scores from other action. Taking a look at the stats from your game now, there was a big discrepancy in the number of plays run by each team in the first half, and the edge was held by Atlanta. Chris Beanie Wells has rushed for over 100 yards. Atlanta leads it by 4. Here are the highlights from your game.
The second half is about to begin. Enjoy the rest of the game.
Welcome back to Atlanta. From his own goal line. Brought down at the 31.
The Panthers did come away with 3 on that last series, but defenses typically know if they hold teams to field goals, it's to their benefit.
Gets the pass away. Can't hang on. Terrence Newman had the coverage on the play.
Well, you have to admire his courage. He's not afraid to make any throw, anytime, anywhere, but he's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
They hand it off. Hit hard at the 37-yard line. A gain of 6 yards, and so it'll be 3rd down. Brings it in. Down the sideline. To the 20. Touchdown, Panthers. The Carolina Panthers used just 3 plays to go 70 yards.
Matt Hasselbeck really came through there. They were in that tough 3rd and long situation. He calmly got the job done. Exactly the kind of skills you like to see in your quarterback.
This one's going to be downed in the end zone for a touchback. The Falcons bring their hot offense back out. They've taken it downfield for touchdowns on their last 2 series. He rolls right.
Just missed that time, bringing him down for a sack, but great pressure to force an incompletion.
The stop was made by Smith.
And that's why you send all those guys to plug up the holes, and that time there were no holes, really, and he was lucky to get anything on the play.
Passes to his left. Randy Moss makes his 3rd grab. Passes. He makes another reception on the drive.
The Falcons have been unstoppable when they go to the pass. You'd think the defense would make some kind of adjustment at halftime, but so far that just doesn't seem to be the case.
Wells takes the give. Vernon Golston is there on the tackle. Wells picks up about 4 yards on the play. Atlanta comes out in the Wildcat set. It's a direct snap. He didn't get back to the line.
And if you can make a running back hesitate just a little, that time you could see there really was no hole, and the running back was just fishing for a place to go.
Passes the ball. He catches it and is tackled immediately.
The Falcons' passing game continues to impress. There's almost no resistance when they try and throw the ball. It seems like they're getting 10 to 15 yards every time.
Let's go! Got to him just as he released it.
When you get that kind of pressure, a lot of times the play will result in something worse than just an incompletion.
Handoff on the draw. Tackle was made by Golston. Wells gains around 3 yards on the run.
Let's go. Let's go now. Let's go.
And he caught it. Dropped behind the line. They lose a yard there.
You know, sometimes as a quarterback, you have to be careful about dumping it down too quickly. Stand in there, see what you've got working down the field. That time they were all over that quick throw.
He gets to the 26. The Panthers got the ball into the end zone on their last possession. Stewart on the handoff. They tackle him for a loss.
Well, those defenders get paid too, and every once in a while they win the battle. Clearly that time they were all over this offensive line.
Here's the give. Lawson drops him for a loss at the 23.
And so many times you hear offensive coordinators criticized because they don't try to run the football enough. But when you get stuffed in the backfield like that, you understand why they would rather call the pass play.
Newman gets his hand on it, and it'll be 4th down following the pass deflection.
And those are the kind of big third down plays you have to have on defense to get the ball back and give your team a chance on offense.
Porter fields it at the 35.
The Falcons' last possession bogged down after starting off so well. They marched right down the field, but then had to settle for 3.
Gives to the back. He's hammered in the backfield.
Yeah, great defense at the point of attack, but also very impressive the pursuit to the ball. They were all coming there.
They go with the run. He's going to be tackled for a loss.
You know, listen, I would never want to block a defensive lineman, so, I've seen these guys. I know these guys. They're big and they're nasty. But at least from an offensive standpoint, you have to try to get in their way.
He breaks the tackle.
The Panthers did a good job forcing a 3 and out. Anytime a defense can come up with 3 solid plays in a row like that, you know they are right on schedule.
Gets to about the 41. The defense could do no wrong the last time this team had the ball. Here's the throw. Defender gets his hand on it.
Whoa, that was really lucky. That one wasn't picked off. Not a good decision at all there.
He throws short. It's there for the catch.
The Panthers are continuing to find success throwing the ball. The pass protection is solid, and the defense with a very conservative approach playing off these receivers, allowing them to get open.
Breaks a tackle. Gains his way to the 36-yard line before he's wrestled to the ground. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. Stiff arms, and he's brought down. It's second down and 9 to go. Ball on the 35. They'll give it off here. He doesn't get back to the line.
Well, you know you've got an aggressive safety when he's making tackles for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. Typically, these guys are trying to not give up a big play in the passing game. Now when you see somebody in the backfield, that's impressive. And they really forced him to throw that one before he had a chance to read the coverage. You know, typically one-on-one coverage, but you have to have time to throw the ball.
Bounce off the upright, no good. That miss can sure come back to hurt them later.
No question about it. Big miss right there. You had an opportunity to take the lead late in the football game, and now the momentum has shifted the other way, and the other offense has a chance to take control of this game.
Gets the ball away. He leaps. It's caught. Another completed pass puts it over the 300-yard mark.
And you know, this guy just loves to play football. I really like talking to him before the game. You can hear the passion in his voice. And when you have a leader that has that kind of passion and that kind of emotion, it's just so much easier to play the game.
The halfback with the carry. Smith was there to bring him down. Wells gains about 4 yards on the play. Wells gets it on the inside.
Yeah, and for a minute it looked like he might slip out of there, but the defense got there. The pursuit was all over it, and they made a nice stop.
So it's fourth down, and they'll line up for the long field goal try. This one from 50. And it's good.
Here's your sprint drive summary.
He just showed off his incredible leg strength there. What a kick.
Wow. Can you believe he made that one? That's my expert analysis there. Wow.
He'll return it from the 1. Gets to about the 24. The Panthers will start this drive at the 24-yard line. Gets the pass away. Bender now has 5 catches. First down now and 10 to go. Stewart gets the ball. He gets out to about the 38-yard line. Again, they go with the run.
You know, I understand you can't completely abandon the running game, but my goodness, let's go and pick it up. You've got to put some points up.
And it's completed.
Is this a first down? Here's the measurement. And he did get the first down.
Nice job offensively that time. They knew exactly what they needed for the first down. Nothing fancy. They just convert.
He gets another carry. He fights forward to about the 46 before several defenders bring him down. Passes it. He's there for the catch.
McBath makes the tackle.
That's a first down right there. Might want to play them a little tighter, maybe even go to man coverage.
Yeah, it's pretty tough to play a zone coverage against this quarterback. He does a great job in recognition, and that time you could see him move the zone defense just a little with his eyes before he threw it in there.
The stop was made by Smith. The defense has him surrounded. Passes to the end zone. He jumps, makes the catch, touchdown.
5 touchdown passes now, and that is really something. He's starting to mature and take total control over this very complex offense. Pretty amazing for a young guy.
get him at the 27-yard line. The Falcons will set up shop at the 27. Won't be stopped. He fights forward to about the 30 before he's gang tackled. 3 yards there.
And, Tom, that was because the defense filled up all the gaps. The back was looking for somewhere to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the holes and stopped them for a minimal gain.
He's down the sideline. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie makes the tackle. I can't say enough how important it is for this defense to keep him in check.
Yeah, and if they don't start making some plays on him pretty soon, it's going to be checkmate. That's ridiculous. You've got to get in front of this guy or he's going to embarrass you all day long. So many times it's up to that backside blocker to get his guy on the ground, and it sounds ugly, but typically those guys are chopping at their knees and trying to knock them off their feet, so there's some cutback lanes.
All kinds of pressure. They get to him.
Good coverage and good push by the Panthers.
Zastadil is back to punt. He'll try to keep this one out of the end zone. Not a good bounce on this one. They'll set up shop at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Throws it out. Newman has it. Inside the 30. Sean Andrews was there to bring him down. The Falcons get their 2nd interception of the game. Passes it out. This will be a delayed call. Yes, it's going to be 6 points. Stafford passes for another score, his 4th of the game. Point after is good. Here's a look at the drive summary presented by Sprint. He makes it out to about the 21-yard line. 1st down, 10 to go. Stewart on the run. The stop was made by Williams. 2nd down now with 10 to go. He gets another carry. They go with a run. Hit and drop behind the line.
Did you see how fast that linebacker was on that one? Not only did he recognize it, but when he did recognize it, he had the explosiveness to get there.
The pass is away. Bats it away. They can't hook up on the pass. Now the offense will be facing 3rd down. Rolling right. Newman makes the tackle.
And when you're trying to catch those high, hard ones, you just don't know what's going to happen to your body. I tell you, you haven't lived until you caught one of those and had one of those clowns flip you upside down.
A pickup of 5. That brings up 2nd down. And they'll run him again. Porter is there on the tackle.
And this defense may be a little susceptible to that kind of a thing. They're so aggressive running to the football. That time they flowed downhill, got caught on the counter, lucky to contain that one for what it was.
He tries to spin and he is dropped. Stewart gains around 6 yards on the run. They hand it off again.
This is close. They'll bring out the chains. He got it.
The NFL has become such a passing league. I think that run almost caught him off guard a little bit. Nicely done.
Hit on the pass.
Davis was his intended target.
This is the 11th play of this drive. Passes to the end zone.
And that would have been a spectacular catch if he'd been able to come up with that one. Just thrown a little bit too far outside.
He'll try the end zone. They take the lead. Putting up impressive numbers. That's touchdown pass number 6. Extra point is good.
Let's take a look at the sprint drive summary.
He'll return it from the 1. Still working.
The Falcons need to get down there and put a touchdown on the board. This is their last shot. A little drama coming here.
Throws it. Bullock intercepts it.
Wells was there to bring him down.
And I understand that you have to play for a touchdown in this situation. You have to try to push the ball down the field. But you have to remain patient. You can't try and force it in there, and that's what he did there.
Stiff arms, and the defender still makes the tackle.
Well, they brought the blitz that time. The offensive line did a pretty good job recognizing it. They got the blocks, but the back was still able to get out of there for a nice game.
They'll keep it on the ground again. He lost yardage on the play.
And it looked like this defensive line just beat him off the snap. Sometimes those guys can time out the quarterback's cadence. And if the quarterback doesn't start changing that snap count, his offensive line's going to really struggle.
They push him out of bounds, and now they have 1st and goal. Bender now has 8 catches in the game. They keep it on the ground with the tailback. The Falcons will take their last timeout. Only 5 yards away from the goal line. And this should be a kneel down as they just try to kill the clock. 3rd and goal situation here. The ball on the 7. Feeds it to the back.
Looked like one of those old-fashioned rugby scrums there. A lot of big bodies piled together and nowhere for the running back to go.
It's good.
Here's your sprint drive summary.
So the score now, the Carolina Panthers 58, the Falcons 51. He squibs it. Porter fields it at the 19. Still moving. Makes a cut, and he will be hit and dropped. For all of you watching, it's been a great game, and it has a chance to be even greater. Will the prayer be answered? It's time for the Hail Mary. And they're coming after him. Throws it deep. And he brings in the high pass.
Did he get there? They're saying no score on the play. That'll do it from Atlanta. The game's top plays and stats are coming up right now.